Hey guys, it's me Tammy, and this is going to be a hair dyeing video. Before we begin, I do want to be clear that this is not for people that are going to extreme lengths. This is just for people that want to give themselves like a nice overall color or do their roots. This is not to go lighter. This is to stay within your range. Maybe a shade or two lighter, a shade or two darker. This is not for bleaching your hair. None of that. None of that. That's my disclaimer. So the things that you're going to need are your hair dyeing kits. I usually use something from Sally's Beauty Supply, but for today I'm just using this Perfect 10 box. And I'm actually using 2 boxes because my hair is pretty long. And the color that I'm using is light ash brown, and it is called Instant Cocoa. And you will also need some hair clips, a comb, some Vaseline for your hairline, some hair dye remover, which you could find at Sally's, and I like to use this Neutralizing shampoo, which is called Isoplus, and it is only 99 cents, and I use this after I've rinsed out the hair dye, but before I put in the conditioner. It actually stops the color process, and it's also really good if you have a sensitive scalp. It gets everything off from your scalp. So yeah. You will also need a towel that you don't care about ruining, and a t-shirt that you don't care about ruining. And you guys are actually seeing the after results. I've already dyed my hair. I only want like a shade or two lighter, but the roots, I love the color of the roots. Love them, love them, love them. At one point I will make my whole hair that color, but for now, that's all. I will show you guys how to dye your hair at home. Okay, so I'm going to begin the process of dyeing my hair. I've already mixed the hair dye according to the package instructions, and my next step, I already have an old t-shirt on, all my jewelry's off. My next step is to untangle my hair. Make sure that you use dirty hair, at least second day hair, because when your hair is too clean, the hair dye doesn't actually stick to it that well. This is usually the case for, I want to say 95% of the hair dyes that are out on the market. I know some hair dyes, you know, they want you to use it when your hair is clean, but I still disagree. I think you should use it when your hair is a little dirty. Okay, I usually just section my hair into 2 pieces, or I just keep going until, you know, I do whatever I'm comfortable with. Same for you. Do whatever is comfortable for you. My next step is then to grab some Vaseline and put it all along my hairline, my ears, wherever you think you may get this. And shake this again. Make sure it's well shaken. This is going to be dark. You see it. Okay, since this is only a 10-minute hair dye, I'm not going to do what I usually do. What I usually do is, if it's one of those like 30-minute hair dyes, I will coat my hair about 80% of the length and then leave the roots. And usually I'll just coat this part and leave it on for about 20-25 minutes, and then 10 minutes before the actual time is up, then I'll do my roots, because since your roots are actually virgin hair, it doesn't take as much time to dye them, and then that'll give them one nice even color. But since this is a 10-minute dye, and this is just kind of getting rid of the brassiness that I have that I'm not liking, I can do it all together at once and save myself some time. I usually just apply it to my hands and then just run it through. Okay. And you just keep doing that through each section. Do not rub this product into your roots. That is not necessary. And you can cause some major irritation if you do that. I'm already getting hair dye everywhere. Make sure to lift and get the back, so if you have a ponytail it won't look crazy. Okay. And now my next step is to comb. Okay, my next step is to comb through. You don't have to do it very carefully. You just kind of make sure each strand is coated. And this will make sure that each strand is coated. That looks pretty good to me. Now that's all there is to it. Now if you were gonna go a very drastic hair color difference, which I wouldn't suggest you do at home, then you would probably make sure to apply this a little more carefully. But since this is already very similar to my hair color, and for most people, if you're just doing your roots, this is the same process you can use. I'm going to do the rest of my hair and I will be back. Okay, now I know a few of you guys may be a little disappointed that I didn't show you the whole process on how I applied the hair dye to all of my hair, but in all honesty, that part is not important. As long as you make sure that you coat every strand, and when you use a creamy formula, it's usually not that hard to do, you will not have a problem. Just make sure that you especially get the front of your hair, and you will be fine. Now the next thing I do is I take my hair up and I just wrap it around and put a clip in it. Doesn't have to be tight. Remember, your hair is kind of fragile right now. And then the next step is going to seem really odd to you, but it's what I do. You can use saran wrap, or you can use a plastic shopping bag. Any of that can work. The point of this is it kind of heats up your hair, and it helps give you a nice even color. Sorry, I should have prepared that ahead of time. It helps give you a nice even color, and like I said, it helps your hair dye to process faster and more evenly. So you just put this over. Crazy. I'm gonna grab another piece. Do the back. I look so crazy, guys. Okay. I'm actually kind of used to looking like this though when I dye my hair. That's why I do it when my husband's on hold. Okay. It's usually easier to do this with a shopping bag, but I didn't prepare that, so saran wrap it is. Just stick the back. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then next step for me is always clean up my mess, because I'm messy. And I always use this Clean Touch by what is this? By Roux, and it's a hair stain remover, or hair color stain remover. And I put this everywhere I have hair dye. It was $3.49 at Sally's, and this thing has saved my butt so many times. And just get it off your skin, wherever it may be. If you don't own this, or if you don't have it, or if you already started dyeing your hair and you see stuff is everywhere, dishwashing detergent works really well. And actually tomato paste works pretty well too at removing hair dye. So I'm going to leave this in my hair for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to go rinse it out, put in some conditioner, and I will be back to show you guys the results. Bye! Thanks for watching. Bye.